Howdy YouTube, a very special review for you today, and that's because we're taking a look at two of my favourite wrestling figures of all time, the Jakks WWE Classic Superstars Ringside Collectibles DX Exclusive, featuring Triple H and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. A very rare set, one that I always wanted as a kid growing up. I remember seeing it first advertised in a wrestling magazine at the back where they had normally all the ads for the replica belts and wrestling figures and things like that. It's something I always wanted. The main reason for that is for the Shawn Michaels figure. I think it looks absolutely sick. It is my favourite Shawn Michaels figure of all time. The Triple H is decent too. That's not really why I wanted this set, but he certainly looks pretty cool. The face scan on him, I think, is the best Triple H face scan ever. So very excited to get the set opened up. It does come with the European and WWF at the time championship belts. I think that's really cool. This is a great exclusive, something that if you find, I think it's well worth picking up. It's pretty expensive. I was able to pick this up reasonably cheap, about $80 about a year ago now. So with that, we'll get it opened up. But before we do, in terms of packaging, it's just the standard Jakks Classic packaging. It says internet exclusive, obviously. It's about 10 years ago now. So the internet was nowhere near as big as what it is today. On the back, I think this is pretty cool. It's got a read up on both Triple H and Shawn Michaels there, but we see Shawn Michaels without, I guess, the entrance attire on. I was wondering where the DX logos that he's got, where he wore that. I don't recall ever seeing it. The only time I think I've seen it, and it's on the DX DVD, you can see in the background there, is a match with Ken Shamrock. I'm not sure. Let me know below if you wore it any other times, because I think it's fantastic. I actually prefer it a lot more to the WrestleMania attire that he had against Steve Austin. But I'm also looking forward to comparing these guys to the Mattel equivalents as well. So let's get the set opened up. Okay, and here we have Triple H and Shawn Michaels opened up and out of packaging, and they are two awesome, awesome looking figures. We'll start by taking a look at the reason I bought this set, and that is, of course, the HBK, the Shawn Michaels, the showstopper, the headliner, Mr. WrestleMania himself. I love the scan of this Shawn Michaels face. The hair looks really good. There's something about just the entrance gear too, having the soft, like cloth material as opposed to the cheaper plastic. You can see there's a huge difference in Shawn Michaels. For me, this is the build Shawn Michaels should be. I know some people agree and disagree with me. That's fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I like a beefier Shawn Michaels. People tend to forget that he was over 6 foot, so he's not as short as, like the scaling on this one's really good, but the basic Shawn Michaels figure you'll see is a bit of a shorty, which I don't like, and a lot leaner than what I remember him being back in that era as well. But yeah, I love the DX attire. I think it's really cool. The X's on the back and everything. Just a fantastic figure. Great accessories. If you can find this guy even by himself, he's well worth picking up. Really cool indeed. Hopefully you can see the face. And that's the other thing I really love about this. It's the stubble. There aren't any Mattel figures that I'm aware of where Shawn Michaels has the stubble. You know, the heel Shawn Michaels, you can see the difference there. I think they're both equally great face scans. I prefer this one a lot more. It's got the chest hair across all of him, rather than, you know, Mattel's weird decision to not include it everywhere on their figure. But yeah, just a really nice Shawn Michaels. Probably my favourite Shawn Michaels figure ever made. And now taking a look at Triple H, again, another really great face scan. Hopefully you guys can see that. I think that is freaking Triple H to a T. Looks absolutely awesome. I think they nailed that face scan on both these figures. Mind you, the Mattel DX Triple H, that one's pretty good too. I still think the Jakks is a lot better, especially the hair. The hair is significantly nicer, and it just feels less cheap as well. The scaling is a little bit off. The Mattel is a little bit taller, but again, coming back to it, I really love the cloth, soft cloth shirt as opposed to the soft rubber that we get with Mattel. You can see obviously on the tights, he's got the Triple H DX logo on the back. Very cool indeed. And a quick look at HBK without the entrance attire. You can see obviously the hairy chest. I think they did a really good job with that. And then also the DX logo. There's just something about the green and black that I absolutely love on this figure. I think it works really well. Even nice detail on the boots and everything like that as well. In terms of articulation, it's your standard Jakks articulation. So ball jointed head, ball jointed arms, swivel in the bicep. Nice detail on the tattoo. Hopefully you guys can see that. Bend at the elbow, swivel in the wrist and in the hand, swivel waist, swivel legs, bend at the knee, and then swivel in the ankle. So your basic Mattel articulation and your standard Jakks articulation as well. But just a really exceptionally well-made figure, both the Shawn Michaels and the Triple H. Now this set also comes with the European and World Heavyweight Championship of the era. Really nice looking belts, lots of great detail. Just for comparison, I'll bring in the Mattel Elite WWE Championship, so hopefully you can see the difference there. One thing I like about the Jakks is the colour in it, but the Mattel, something about the gold on it I think is a lot nicer. They're very different belts. This one seems a lot taller, whereas this one's sort of been stretched out a little bit. Really up to you, whichever you prefer. I think they both look quite nice. And similar situation with the European Championship. The gold is much nicer on the Mattel version, but I don't know. I actually think the Mattel one is a lot nicer. I wish they didn't have the red over the WWE logo there. But yeah, both are really nice belts. Really cool X-Pac figure as well. Here we've got my DX figure collection. Big fan of all these figures. In particular, the two in the middle. I think they're a really excellent set. Lots of great detail, great attires and everything like that. Good accessories. Highly recommended. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this review on the Jakks WWE Ringside Collectibles exclusive Triple H, Shawn Michaels, D Generation X.